पञ्चा गायन्ते विविधमपदानं पशुपतेः त्वयारब्धे वक्तुं चलितशिरसा साधुवचने तदीयैर्माधुर्यैः अपलपिततन्त्रीकलरवां निजां वीणां वाणी निचुलयति चोलेन निभृतम् This shloka is the 66th verse in Saundrya Lahari, written by the very great Indian philosopher Adi Shankara. And it talks about sweetness of words and mastery in music. Let me tell you a small story. Imagine Mount Kailash, where Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati reside. Goddess Saraswati happens to be there, and she's dressed in her beautiful white sari, and she starts to play on her veena. Now Parvati is so impressed, moved and touched by Saraswati's playing. She nods her head and says, "Wah, kya baat hai Saraswati." Saraswati immediately stops playing her veena and she covers the veena with a cloth because she feels Parvati's kya baat hai was much more sweeter than her playing. Music is all about sweetness to ears, and I am known to this world through my music. Hello and a very good evening to all of you. I am Maalavika Sundar from Chennai, a Carnatic musician, a playback singer, YouTuber, an actor and a model. And I'm extremely happy to be here and share a few of my experiences from my life and my career. And I really hope and wish all of you can take back home something inspiring today. I'm going to begin my talk by sharing few memories and incidents that laid a strong foundation in my career. Few of you may have seen me on TV or in a live show and may have enjoyed my singing. I want to talk about the background of how this all happened. I started learning Carnatic music, one of the oldest forms of South Indian classical music, at the age of 2.5. My passion for music was discovered by my guru, Srimati Padmavathy Ananthagopalan. And I must say, I'm very fortunate enough that I had a mentor like her at an early stage. It was the typical Gurukul, a practice that might have been forgotten in the current day situation. When I say Gurukulavasam, students go to their teacher, they stay and spend most of their time learning music. They serve the teacher. They not only learn the nuances in music but also learn a lot of values and tradition. And they also observe how their teacher is practicing, learning and developing her persona. Guru Bhakti was the foundation stone on which I built my musical journey, and I can say I'm very fortunate that the inception of my musical life was to unconditionally serve my Guru. Gurukulavasam also meant I had to go through grueling sessions of practice any day, every day, from anywhere between 12 to 13 hours. Add up schoolwork, homework, and my most favorite of them all, sleeping. Eventually, it will get to you and the enthusiasm level will gradually decline. At such times, my guru used to tell me, it is time for you to divert your mind and do something else that will still keep your mind active. After long hours of practice, my guru and I used to go out for a drive. We played carom, we cleaned the shelves, we used to make delicious date halwa and also water the plants at times. These diversions not only gave me new thoughts and creativity, but also revitalized and pushed me to practice more. Not everything in life is a bed of roses, isn't it? Sometimes you get tired, sometimes confused, sometimes distracted, and sometimes you don't have the motivation at all. That is the time you have to be with yourself and try to re-energize and shift focus. Now, what do you think is the advantage of doing this? You don't waste time, you still keep your mind active, and you don't end up getting frustrated. This is the most important lesson I received from my guru. In life, we keep hearing the phrase, practice, practice, and only practice makes a man perfect. I was also told this by many, but here is the person who walked her talk. My guru was a living embodiment of working hard without expecting quid pro quo. How? Her day begins at 5 a.m. All day long, she'll be engaged in imparting knowledge and training her students. And then she would sit down for her practice every night from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. before she goes to bed. Such was her dedication to music, and I was the beneficiary. She told me how art is always greater than the artist. Teaching music is an intimate profession. It has to be passed on from guru to shishya, just like passing a baton, except the race is not a sprint but a marathon. And if you dedicate yourself to it, you could try and finish one race successfully. I had the innocence of a child and a never-ending thirst to learn when I began. Age made it easier for me to blindly follow my guru's lessons without hesitation and second thoughts, because I really believed she was the only person who can shape up my life, and I was not wrong. This blind faith took me to perform around 500 Carnatic concerts all around the world and got me loads of appreciation from people totally strange to me. My voice started to matter. Whatever I am today, it's only because of all my guru's blessings, Srimati Padmavathy, Sri V. Subramaniam and Dr. Sriram Parasuram, and I am ever in debt. Having laid a strong foundation in Carnatic music, I wanted to explore more possibilities and widen my horizon. This made me look into film music. Consider a branch of music to be a software. Understanding a stream of music is similar to the life cycle of any software. You go from planning, analysis, design to implementation and maintenance. I was a new entrant here, and there stood a mammoth before me waiting to be tamed. When you try to focus on more than one thing, life not only throws challenges internally but also externally. Try and face it with a smile. I keep repeating the words, I can, and I can. There are times when I make small, colorful notes of what I aspire to become and stick them on my mirror, the doors, and the cupboards. These positive thoughts and words bring you back in the right direction. The power of positive thinking and the power of spoken words can do wonders. I listen to my inner voice and tell myself that it is a challenge, and I wanted to aggressively push myself to conquer this new world. My years of trial and error and my beliefs turned into a passionate exercise. Now, how did the passion turn into a skill? I started looking at the elements I wanted to incorporate from Carnatic singing to film music and vice versa. For instance, I wanted to try and apply my Carnatic theoretical knowledge to understand film music better. महक जाऊं मैं आज तो ऐसे फूल बगिया में महके हैं जैसे सा सा दा पा दा 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 नि सा रि सा नि सा 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 दा पा दा 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 नि सा रि सा नि सा पा पा सा नि दा पा दा मा ग म रे रे प म ग ग ग म ग रे सा नि दिल है छोटा सा. At the same time, I wanted to incorporate voice modulation and understand the nuances of emotions and expressions in my Carnatic singing. சின்னஞ்சேறு கிளியே கண்ணம்மா செல்வ களஞ்சியமே என்னை களி தீர்த்தே உலகில் என்னை களி தீர்த்தே உலகில் ஏற்றம் புரிய வந்தாய் சின்னஞ்சேறு கிளியே கண்ணம்மா சின்னஞ்சேறு கிளியே கண்ணம்மா செல்வ களஞ்சியமே. Thank you. So I combined the best of both the worlds and was able to balance both. Looking back, I can say I enjoyed both forms of music, and I continue to enjoy and learn both equally. Not only created an opportunity to enthrall my Carnatic audiences, but also cine music lovers. Had I chosen one path, my audience would have been limited and I wouldn't have been able to reach out to many. The takeaway here is that all of us face such inflection points that will steer our lives in a different tangent. At all such times, make sure to believe in your talent, because there is nobody else who knows you better and matters more than yourself. This translated into a theory I hold very dearly that I would like to share with you all. I call it Yesterday Plus. Essentially means getting better each passing day, each passing minute, and each passing second. Being the better version of oneself at all times, to offer the best at all given opportunities and strive for excellence. Goddess Saraswati felt the sweetness of these words. It is the happiness that I make a larger impact in my life. With a sense of pride, I can say there are a few thousands of people who enjoy my singing both in Carnatic music and the mainstream cinema. Yesterday Plus is not just me, but me plus my family, my friends, and the well-wishers that made the difference. What you see from outside is Maalavika Sundar, but from inside, it is Maalavika Sundar, plus fragments of positive words of encouragement, those nudges in times of distress, and a whole lot of positivity. When I was a kid, I was asked to dress up like the great Bharat Ratna M.S. Subbulakshmi for an annual day. Now, I wanted to look and sing exactly like her, so I took extra efforts to watch her videos and wanted to emulate her singing, her sensibilities, and her emotions. I was fascinated by her voice, her demeanor, and especially those nose rings. Every time she performed, there was magic unfolding through her voice and a sense of motherliness that transpired from her to her audience. She grabbed everyone with open arms through her music and hugged everyone as a mother would her children. Ever since, I dreamed of becoming her in all sense. She was an embodiment of devotion to music for me. She was my role model, the role model I intended to become. But I knew she was very far and I had to row the boat fast and hard to even get a closer glimpse. But I strive hard, drawing inspiration, taking the best qualities from her, incorporating them into my music, adding my own flavor and individuality to it. I keep working at it even now. I believe in redefining myself whenever possible. And I think that's what she did too. At a time when the cinema and Carnatic world was dominated by men and men only, she came in like a storm, took center stage and achieved glory. She adapted to singing both Carnatic music and film music equally. I was awed by her striking personality, the charisma and the aura she carried along. I look up to her. This incident made me realize the importance and need of having a role model to follow, emulate, and better oneself. I started adding people to my list of role models I want to learn from, and they are the goalpost I'm running towards. Success is nothing but the progressive realization of worthy goals. I have my worthy goals in both Carnatic and film singing. I wouldn't say my goals are completely achieved, but I was able to make some of my dreams come true. I feel a moral sense of responsibility to my audience. I hold myself to the highest accountable standards to satiate the tastes and preferences of my listeners through my music. I tailor content, platform, and genre to suit the category of audience it is intended for. A viewer invests his time and energy to see and hear me, and in no way will I take it for granted. YouTube helped me to connect with my audience even further. I created digital assets that were tailor-made for intimacy with an audience, the intimacy that I would get from a live face-to-face performance. As my audience grew larger, the challenges grew larger too. And whenever I lose track, I go back to the blueprint I created for myself, look at the path I crossed, and reassure that even if there were swarms of people around me, what mattered is that connect I have with every single listener. After all, music is nothing without you and I am nothing without music. For that, I thank all of you. Looking back, it gives me immense satisfaction to see what I have journeyed through. All these have not only made me a better artist, but also a better person in life. Dream big, sky's the limit. You are the hero in your beautiful story. Have faith in yourself, invest in yourself, be aggressively good. I'm sure all of us are born to achieve greater things in life. As I said earlier, success is nothing but the realization of progressive goals. Choose your goals, devote yourself, and success will follow. I chose, I'm here. I wish many of you can choose. Thank you.